I got you.
Oh, there he is.
I got you.
Oh, these are all kids. Well, now we know.
All right, look around the building.
Huh? They're gonna be coming around here.
Yep. Hey guys, we got eyes on a group of Guatemalans here, so we're just kind of hanging here, and you'll be able to see them in a minute. You'll be able to see what we're doing here. So.
Guatemalan?
Here we go.
El Salvador, Ecuador.
El Salvador, Ecuador. And here we go, guys. These guys were up on the mountain, up there.
13.
So we had to get them down. Kip, they were up by your favorite place to sit. Now we're gonna have to wait and get these guys processed, and or actually wait for processing. But I just wanted to let you guys know there's a new law that, or not a new law, but something new that happened today. The Border Patrol shut down all of its freeway checkpoints leaving out of the cities, the major cities. And what used to happen is that when you would be driving down 10, you know, through Texas or towards Arizona, every car, truck, semi-truck had to be pulled over to check for illegals, check for drugs. They would ask you if you are a U.S. citizen, but they had laser points and stuff in there. And so yeah, it is a crisis. Border Patrol is very short, and a lot of this is tying up. I mean, you got 2 hours a person paperwork, and again on this video you're going to see kids. Okay, we're going to start a lineup here. Last night we ended up with 99 by the time the night was over in my videos.
Tiene mochilas en el pantalón de la bolsa de pantalón.
Two Ecuadorians.
Two Ecuadorians.
Two El Salvador.
Two El Salvador.
Nine from Guatemala.
9 from Guatemala.
¿Esa es su agua la que está allá o no? No.
There's our buddy right there.
These guys were going the hard way. They were going up the hill.
We thought you guys wanted to let them walk. We were stuck in there when that bus showed up. You guys ran right up on them. I'm going, what the?
And prior to this video, I wasn't able to get it, but that group we were getting on earlier, we ended up catching them over there, but it was real quick. We had a van there, and that's why we don't have a transportation van right now. And there was 13 in that group that were all Guatemalan. So I wasn't able to capture that group on video. And this is the time of day. We got the spotter back on the hill. So this was kind of one of them catches that was a little bit different because of the fact that they went through the hill and they didn't try to come through the river or through the main road. So yes, we'd love to do that. Unfortunately, you got to get Trump's back so that we can actually change the laws from the way they are. And again, a lot of this too comes back to the children. You know, if we get a group in, usually you can figure 50% of them are kids. And that's because the kids are being recycled, the kids are being trafficked, they're being monetized as a ticket to get into the United States. We're to blame, our country's to blame for that. Trump has been trying to fix it. And the beat goes on here, guys. We are not allowed to fingerprint children, and they're not allowed to be matched up. So as long as the parent checks out, the kids go with whoever they came in with. That's just, fortunately, that's the way they do immigration here. The laws are really, really messed up. And, you know, as I told you guys before, when you turn a border patrol into an Uber service for something that's, you know, fake asylum, you know, some of these people, I know you're going to say they're dressed better than you are. And the bottom line is that, you know, how can you protect the borders from the real criminals and from the terrorism when, you know, you have groups like this coming in? And reports are that we're going to see an uptick in this, and we're supposed to start getting 1,000 people a day through this little area that we're in, this little 15-mile corridor of El Paso and New Mexico. There was also a report out of Breitbart today. I didn't get the 411 on it. I don't know if you guys want to look up the article, but apparently the cartels were warring in the Rio Grande by Texas, and they were using rocket-propelled grenades on the border. You got to remember, guys, there's a couple of cartels. There's MS-13, and there's a new gang from way down south called MS-18. That is not MS-13. MS-18 is a little more dangerous than MS-13. Yes, yep. And, you know, pedophiles and some of the people that are criminals, they're usually, you know, they can show up in these groups, but typically, as I've told you guys before, they're the loners that run when everything's tied up. They're up in the hill. And that's why I keep saying on these videos, if anybody out there is ex-military, ex-law enforcement, you know, if you think you can contribute or live in these conditions, we're in the desert. It's a lot of climbing. It is dangerous. We do cover our faces because we do have cartel watching us, and we're interrupting their business. By us helping the Border Patrol cover areas where they can't cover because they're transporting people or because they're spread out. Yep, you're right, Kip. That's kind of what I read too. Yeah, so this is just another group that's going to be coming to a city near you. When people say that the crime rate is low in border cities, I want you guys to understand something. These people are sneaking into those cities. They're being processed, the ones who get caught in those border cities. Their destination, for the most part, is not the border city. So when you hear about the crime statistics or you hear about things happening, it's not going to happen in the border city. So that's a false narrative. It's fake news. It's not real. We don't really know. We have no idea what the real consequence of this is. We do know that these people were going to get benefits. I believe today the House also passed a bill, which I hope the Senate blocks. I know the Senate's going to block it. But if you want to see the real spirit of the Democrats, they passed a bill to allow illegals to vote, and they actually sent it to the Senate. So, you know, we are a one Trump election away from America not being America anymore. These people will accept the socialist agenda, and make no mistake, that's what this is about. And you know, until we tell them they can't come or they have to claim asylum on the other side of the border, which Trump is trying to do right now, but he keeps getting tied up in the Supreme Court rulings. The Democrats have no interest in borders, and we're going to keep showing these videos, and we're going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep posting until somebody or until enough of this message gets around to where even some of the Democrats change their mind. And you know, this isn't sanctuary at all. This is pure. This isn't even economic crisis. This is I just want to come to the United States. What about the people who come in here legally? What about the people that are waiting in line to get here? I mean, these are people that are cutting an immigration line. It used to be that we had laws, and if you lied to a federal agent about claiming asylum, that, you know, you would go to prison. Unfortunately, we've filled up our prisons. 40% of our prisons are made up of illegal immigrants that have been detained. Now we're creating for these unaccompanied minors and stuff like that. Where do you put them? Now we've got government nurseries, and if nobody comes to claim those kids, they just sit there till they turn 18, and then they call assimilation citizenship. It's not good for the kids. It's not good for the country. It's not good for the healthcare system. It's not good for the, I mean, think about it. They're all going to end up on some type of financial assistance. You know, it just, they're going to get money when they leave processing. They'll get money for a ticket. The libs do that. There's charities, I've said this before, that are selling candy bars, that are actually giving money on the other side of the border, that put them in hotel rooms if they can't find a place to cross. Oh, everybody here would love to do that, Dana. We'd all love to just walk them right back across the border. But unfortunately, the way the laws are, if you make it to U.S. soil, you have due process rights. And that's why you get the court date, and that's why the courts are so backed up with so few judges that it takes 5 to 7 years to get on the docket. And in that time, a lot can happen. They can have a baby and get anchor babied in. They can set up a homestead and then get a good illegal immigration attorney. And, you know, it's just all kinds of different things that, exactly, Kip, start cutting the line at the grocery store in front of the liberals. You know, they cry about everything else. They've lied to America about Russian collusion. That's been exposed. 2 years of a fake narrative that ended up, you know, wasting millions of dollars, creating distrust in the government. This is another fake news story. This is another lie. The lie is that there's no crisis. This is a crisis. This is not something people should go to bed at night thinking that this is just something the United States doesn't have to worry about, okay? You know, imagine how hard it is to catch them here at the border. What are you going to do when we finally decide enough is enough, okay? They're coming in by the thousands. And keep in mind, the border is 2,200 miles long. So, with that said, this is Jim. This is the United Constitutional Patriots. If you want to follow us, if you can't friend me, head over to our page, United Constitutional Patriots, New Mexico Border Ops. If you can help or want to get involved, if you're a vet or ex-police officer or maybe a fugitive chaser, anybody that thinks that they can help us down here, go over to the page. That'll also let you know what else is going on. If you want to friend me personally, if you want to get on the live bandwagon, I'm maxed out on friends, but if you send me a personal message, I will delete somebody and I will add you as a friend. So keep following us. I will keep showing you guys as this stuff happens, as people come in. Thanks, Kip. Means a lot to all of us. We'll keep it going. So for the United Constitutional Patriots, this is Jim. Remember, share these videos, guys. It's the only way that the message gets out. You're not going to see this on CNN or MSNBC. So share these videos. They're not fake. Or follow us at United Constitutional Patriots, NewMexicoBorderOps.com. We're going to go set up another perimeter, and hopefully we'll be back with more video later on. Thanks, everybody.